How many?
Don't forget, right? Basic Witch Party Friday, Brew at the Zoo Saturday. Hopefully, we'll see you both there.
It's here. What, have you? How
both
many
of you listening? Hopefully, we'll see both of you listening.
How
I meant
many?
to say, hopefully, we'll see you at both, but it actually works. Hopefully, we see you both there.
Yeah. How many times have you had to sit down and do an actual interview for a job?
No, not as a kid, probably.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. Those were so basic.
Yeah.
I always see things online about brush up resume tips. Obviously, is one thing, and then brush up on your interviewing skills. Here's what you need to do. And the last time I did an interview like that was for high school jobs, and they basically
I've done some
said,
phone interviews probably where people want to talk to you,
But I imagine those high paying jobs that you're really fighting over, and you're sitting in there. This is what you went to school for. The whole thing. Maybe people really prep for those.
I feel like those are
entry
level jobs.
You think so?
I don't know. I feel like when you go to do a job interview, it's an entry level job. I feel like if you are going to make a lot of money, then they've sought you out, and now they're just seeing if you're a right fit, and you're seeing if they're a right fit for you.
Well, apparently people go over potential questions. There's places you can get these questions that say these are questions that are asked the most often, the most difficult questions that are asked frequently in job interviews. And it really is like the stuff from sitcoms. Like, what are your weaknesses? Tell me about your weaknesses. So you got to have something prepared for that. I remember my brother's...
I let work consume me.
Right, that's the thing. I'm a little bit too much of a punctuality freak. I get a little too consumed with that. Or I work too hard. Sometimes...
Yeah.
You can't say that anymore. If you could ever say it, I feel like you can't say that anymore.
People are like, okay, he's a liar.
Yes, we know. That's not a real answer. So what is your weakness?
I'm an alcoholic.
What are your weaknesses? Right. Are you supposed to say
that? I'm an alcoholic, Bob.
I mean, would I say like, well, I guess...
I'm a functioning alcoholic, and you'd never know it. I'm drunk right now, Bob.
Well, then that's a strength, right? if he'd never know it, it's a strength and it's a weakness.
Right.
But is that what they want to know?
What you call a weakness, Bob, I call strength. Boy, can I hold my liquor.
I'm afraid that something like that will come out of my mouth, and I would say,
I just can't hold my liquor, Bob.
Right. I'm hungover all the time, and I'm no good at it. I get hungover really, really easily.
Bob, I am promiscuous. Boy, when I get horny, I just won't let anything stop me.
Why should I hire you?
Because anybody else you talk to is an asshole.
Well, tell me more about yourself. This is where they want to know your hobbies, I guess, and what your family life is like. Like that scene in The Firm where they're talking about how all of their employees need to have good families, good homes.
Yeah.
So is that when you're supposed to tell them that?
Yeah, I think so.
So I just say like, well, divorced.
Lie.
Just lie.
Just lie.
And then you give them some hobbies. Tell them stuff that you're into.
Yeah.
And lie about that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I volunteer for this organization.
Swimmer.
Yeah, avid swimmer. I volunteer for this organization. Right. Why do you want to work here?
I've got a 3 handicap. I'm an avid swimmer.
Why do you want to work here?
I don't.
Can you imagine?
I don't.
That moment when you're trying to decide whether or not to kiss this company's ass?
Why do I want to work here? Because as a man, I'm born with obligations and not options. And I need to pay a mortgage. So either just start paying me or don't.
And do you really want me... Are we going to have this moment where I tell you what a great company this is and what an honor it would be to work here?
Right.
Why, just spare both of us. Don't do that. Tell me about the worst boss you ever had. That's a common question. I
only assume that's going to be you, Bob.
What are your strengths? Well, as I told you earlier,
I can hold my liquor.
I can hold my liquor. You don't even know I'm drunk right now. Describe yourself in 3 words. They actually do that at job interviews, ask you to describe yourself in 3 words. I'd have to think about that one.
Very, very bored.
Empathetic, emotional,
and sexy.
Sexy. There you go.
Mine's just sexy, sexy, sexy.
I don't want you to think I'm just going to be a sad bucket of tears walking around here, but I'm also sexy. If you could turn back time and live your life over, what would you do?
That's how I would describe myself in 3 words. Sad bucket of tears.
Yeah.
That's 4, but I don't think the of really counts, does it?
Kick it out. Sad bucket tears. If you could turn back time and live your life over, what would you do differently?
If I could turn back time.
You can't ask a question that way. You have to type that differently. So whoever typed out that question has to say, if you could go back in time.
Right.
You can't type out, if you could turn back time and not start singing the damn song.
Yeah.
But if you could turn back time and live your life over, what would you do differently? I would have gotten LASIK earlier.
I would have made better decisions that wouldn't have ended me up in this office trying to kiss your ass, Bob.
Describe a difficult situation and how to deal with it. This is a very difficult situation.
Well, I'm not dealing with it well.
I guess that's for you to decide, but yeah. This is a difficult situation. This is how I'm dealing with it. And then what do you know about us? What do you know about the company? Well, I know that you've got a job opening. Yeah. When I learn,
and it pays the bare minimum.